Hi there, viewers. I have a breaking news for you from the Somali region of Ethiopia, which is center of Ethiopian military activities and political activities as well, because Ethiopia Somalia tensions continuing unabated. That is why the region has now uh, it's not under the spotlight. Its internal situation is being closely seen in the neighboring country too, in Somalia. A big news from Somali region, where it seems that the Prosperity Party government suffered a setback today in Jigjiga. Just a little background. We know that Ethiopia and Somalia are locked in a dispute over access to sea, over this MOU signed with Ethiopia and Somaliland. MOU not implemented, but Somalia telling Ethiopian troops to leave Somalia. Ethiopian peacekeepers have been in Somalia for years. Ethiopia does not want to retreat. It does not want to withdraw its troops from Somalia, saying that if it withdraws, Al Shabaab fighters could take control of Somali territories on Somali-Ethiopian border, and they could try to enter Ethiopian territories as well. Ethiopia is sending more troops into Somalia. Somalia accusing Ethiopia of providing weapons to Somalia's regional states. And Somalia has been warning that it could back elements in Somali region of Ethiopia if Ethiopia continued backing, arming tribal leaders and governments in Somalia. In Somali region of Ethiopia, Prosperity Party is in power. Mustafa Umar is the president of Prosperity Party. But we have seen now that military is emerging a key player in Somali region. Senior military officers are now based in Jigjiga, in Gode. New military bases are being established because Ethiopia does not want to withdraw its troops from Somalia. If it withdraws, it will deploy all those troops on the border in Somali region. Somali region shares border with Somalia. A few days ago, Ogaden National Liberation Front issued a statement saying that the region had come under a virtual martial law. It raised alarm about heavy weaponization and militarization of the Somali region. It said that the government was considering change in the flag of Somali region. And ONLF further claimed that Somali tribal elders were being forced to give statements in front of media that their first identity is that of an Ethiopian. Then, before that, ONLF demanded apology, explanation from Birhanu Jula, military chief of the Ethiopian National Defense Force. Jula, in an interview, said that ONLF, OLF, etc., they had been created, funded, sponsored by Egypt. ONLF 2 days ago boycotted national dialogue. It said that the national dialogue was not participatory, it was not inclusive. Other players in the region, in Ethiopia, are not participating in the national dialogue. It talked about the situation in Somali region as well, that the current situation, the way PP is running the region, is also not conducive to the start of any inclusive dialogue. Today was a big day. Today, Prosperity Party organized a discussion in connection with national dialogue in Jigjiga. National Dialogue Commission people were here in Jigjiga. By the way, this commission was formed more than a year ago. Mesfin Araya is heading this commission, National Dialogue Commission. The commission has been trying to contact Ethiopian stakeholders to form an agenda so that dialogue could start for major changes to Ethiopian constitution, Ethiopian government. But It is only collecting agenda so far. So far, nothing concrete has been done by this commission. All major opposition parties are boycotting this commission. ONLF, OLF, OFC, TPLF, no one is part of this commission. So today's dialogue in Jigjiga was National Dialogue Commission organized. Mustafa Umar, obviously the president of the region, was there. Somali region's elders were invited there. Pro-government, Prosperity Party backed elders were there. And during the discussions, and from all the districts of Somali region, representatives came to Jigjiga. There were hundreds of people in Jigjiga today. So it was about entire Somali region. When dialogue started, the National Dialogue Commission people, they said that 60% of representatives of Jigjiga in National Dialogue will be Muslims, and 40% would be non-Muslims or Christians. Jigjiga is a Somali majority city. People say that here the population of Somalis is over 80%. Somali elders started protests in the meeting hall. They said, how can you give 40% share in Jigjiga to non-Somalis? Because non-Muslims will be non-Somalis. Somalis are Muslims. They said, you are creating deliberate religious divisions in Jigjiga. They announced boycott. They said, we boycott this. They're not ONLF. ONLF already boycotted. I'm talking about pro-government people. They said they're walking out. Mustafa Omar talked to them. He tried to convince them. He said, don't go, don't leave. We'll change the quota, we'll change the numbers. But they boycotted today's dialogue. They walked out. I have a few names. I have a clip as well of these Somali elders criticizing the government, rejecting this arrangement by the government. Announced 60% Muslims, 40% non-Muslims. Ogas Ahmed Yusuf was one of the elders who walked out. Garad Kulmiye, second one. Sultan Abdirrahman, third one. Ogas Abdullah, Ogas Abdi Dai. I have seen 4 names so far. These 4 elders and their supporters, they just walked out. A big blow, I would say, to the Prosperity Party in Jigjiga. So far, nothing has happened between Ethiopia and Somalia in terms of armed conflict. Already we're seeing political fissures in the pro-Ethiopian government unity in Somali region of Ethiopia. Imagine, God forbid, that war breaks out between Ethiopia and Somalia. Will this region stay united in support of the Ethiopian government? I doubt that. I really doubt that. I think the government Ethiopian government will have to take Somali elders on board. Coercion won't work. The government cannot coerce them into just abandoning their Somali identity in favor of Ethiopian identity. It's difficult for them. They lose their support base. They're already under pressure. And now when 40% share in Jigjiga is being given to non-Somalis, elders were definitely expected to boycott. This is what happened. Mustafa Umar in trouble. Let's see. By the way, this national dialogue is just useless. It has delivered nothing. It will deliver nothing. It is only for international community's consumption. The Ethiopian government wants to show international community that it is taking people on board. It is conducting national dialogue. Basically, this dialogue is meaningless because all major players are boycotting this national dialogue.
doodaha la geysto tirada laynoo sheegay nili deegaanka soomaalida la siiyey waan saluugnay waana diidnay ilaa inta laga saxayo ee aanu gaadhsiinayno cidday khusayso shirka annagu ah golaha nabadda ee midnimada ee baashii miila ah shirkan waan qaadacnay halkaasaan ku soo waxay